Hi everybody. Decided to do a quick video, a little bit of a tour of my realm, so I'll kind of talk you through this trip. Um, right here is a clock tower that I built a while back. I thought it was pretty decent when I did it. It took a lot of work. This is the main castle of my realm. I've worked on this castle off and on for the past 5 years. The interior walls and everything on it is all completely done, but I don't have everything furnished yet. Um, it's been a lot of work. I've been working pretty hard lately on trying to get it furnished, but don't really ever have the time to complete that. So I'm working a little bit with some command blocks, get the gates working properly and whatnot. So now all the gates, I think I got one more left to program, is all properly working. Right there's the Colosseum. I don't think in this video though that I passed by that. It's a pretty symmetrical castle. It's got 2 or 4 large buildings on each corner, and then with the keep in the middle of it. The buildings in the corner are all pretty much the same. They kind of mirror each other. And then there's 2 small castles on the edge of the walls of the large one. And the interior of them has been done. It's pretty simple interior, nothing too fancy, but they're castles, so they don't have to be. Each one of the towers does have a staircase and everything. Like down the main castle, you can get anywhere in it that you want to go. This is a prison that I built. This is still a lot of work. I got a lot of interior left to do on it, but it does have some cells and stuff down there. This is one of the main gatehouses to the city. This right here is the alarm bell. And just like the other one, I do have the gate complete on it to where it will raise and lower just by the push of a button. This is a cathedral that I did last year. I spent almost 3 months making that. It's probably my most intricate build that I've ever done. It was it's a lot of work, but it turned out great. I've got a lot of compliments. I've actually, based off of that build, been invited to be on a couple build teams, which I've thought about doing, but it takes a lot of time to do that. And to be a content creator for the marketplace, you gotta like treat it like a real job. And unfortunately, my actual career does not allow me the free time to do that. This is a building that it's going to be a library when I finish with it. The outside's done and the interior walls are complete, but it's going to be like the Kingdom's library. This is basically the main part of the city. A lot of that's a ruin right there. A lot of these houses and whatnot, I've actually was inspired quite a bit by the YouTuber Corrales and some of his builds that he's shown off. That's how I got a lot of the ideas for a lot of my medieval houses. This was the very first, it's actually more like a medium-sized build, very first large build that I did. That was I really worked hard to try and make it look good. It's pretty simple now, but some of these builds in this world are just I'll leave them around to kind of remind me where it came from. This is my latest build. The mansion itself, I built it just basically because I needed a building to go along with these gardens that I wanted to do, and I think the gardens turned out really good. It is tiered down. There's a vineyard to your left, that's where that building is. The gardens probably took almost as much, if not longer, than the actual mansion itself. And then the interior on the mansion is complete. Inside is completely done. That took quite a bit of work. It turned out pretty good. I'm thinking about redoing some of the ceilings. They are not they don't look bad, but they're pretty simple in design. This is a little kitchen that I did, but I really like how this build turned out. It's one of my better ones that I've done. A lot of landscaping involved in this one, which was actually a pretty fun project. I've usually focused more on buildings than I have on the outside, and doing all the gardens and stuff like that was a lot of fun. It was kind of an obsession for a couple months. And then what I'm showing you throughout here is kind of a small taste. There's a lot of other builds around. There's a lot of underground work that I've done that I just didn't. This is like a 7-minute video. I just didn't have time to do along with this. One of the last overground builds I'm showing you is this is the Pantheon type building that I did. I call this the Tomb of the First King. There is a bit of a theme to all this and story behind it. I haven't written it all yet, but the first king being the first ruler of this kingdom, and this is his tomb. I did, this was I think the second largest build that I did. It's relatively simple, but I think it looks pretty nice. That wall that you see down on the bottom corner, that surrounds the whole kingdom. And it's only accessible through the gatehouses that I've placed here and there. This is another gatehouse that I've done. This is the Wizard's Keep. I have some pretty big plans for this area. That's like the wizard casting some kind of spell and it's going up. That's the whole theme to this build. I don't have the interiors fleshed out yet because the inside's a bit of an odd design, so I got some work to do there, but I really like how it turned out. Kind of give the impression of a glowing spell. And this is the last build. This is a ruin that I just kind of finished the video with. Thanks for watching.